So Yogi Bear Zach Spire interviewing Mike Enders.
Yeah. Well, you tend to, for some reason, you want to get to know me before you do yoga.
Yes. I would like
gestures.
Yeah, I would like to know your story.
So, bear yoga.
Bear yoga.
Again.
Yeah.
Bear yoga. What is that?
Bear yoga?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is bear yoga? I don't know. Hell if I know. I just try to get all these people together to try and do downward facing dog because I like guys in spandex. What do you want from me?
Is spandex a requirement?
No, it's not a requirement, but it is a turn on. I think note to self. Spandex. Next time I'm in a sports basement. But I think for me,
how did your class start? Like, how did you went to a class and you didn't like the atmosphere? Or?
No, I saw a need in my friendship group for people who were like, hey, because I would always talk about yoga, and I would always be like, I really love yoga. Yoga has been so good to me. I have found so much good in yoga. And they're like, well, I would do yoga. And there was always this ... and there was always a list of things, right? Like a list of reasons why I don't do it. And I'm like, but what if your life isn't about the list of reasons why you don't do something? Why isn't your life a list of things you've done and stood up into and just tried? And
90% of the struggle is getting there. In yoga, there's probably you can build up all these obstacles in your mind of why should I feel fat, or I ate beans for dinner last night. I'm serious. That has been an excuse of mine for I ate beans last night.
This isn't gonna work out pretty.
No. So. Dolores Park, and we have to be wary of needles, broken bottles. Here's a bottle cap here.
Oh.
Dear residents of San Francisco, please clean up the park. Simple.
Love you.
Love you.
The Bears.
Okay.
So I felt like there was something in me that wanted to share this with other people, and it just so happens that I identify in this community, in the gay community, and then in a part of the gay community, in the bear culture and the sort of furry culture. And I just thought, well, I have a lot of friends who are like, Zach, it sounds great, but I don't know if I would go. I don't really want to pay for it. I don't want to do all those things. I was like, fine, then let's meet you where you are. Let's meet you where you are.
Because I've also given myself an ultimatum. Actually, a few years ago, I put on a little weight, and I told myself, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, and then I'm going to go to yoga class.
And then there's always something.
And you know what? Guess who never lost the 20 pounds or have gone to yoga class?
But if you go to yoga, you might bench those 20 pounds and walk out of there going like...
Okay. I love titty licks. So what happens at your class? Is yours a monthly thing, a weekly thing, and where do you do it?
We started it monthly, and we tried to do it the first time here, and we end up going back to my space and doing it outside on the deck because it was too wet on the ground.
Oh, right.
But we tried to do it outside. We're trying to find a space in this general area, in the Castro or Mission or Dolores area, to actually have a space for people to come do it. Like a weekly thing or like a set spot.
On a side note, I always never know what to eat before yoga and after yoga.
Yes.
And I always, if I don't eat enough, I get stomach acid.
Yes.
Or if I have, oatmeal, like I did this morning, peanut butter and brown sugar, and coffee, I taste it.
Oh.
So I never know. I just tasted it.
Food. Okay, so before yoga class, from what I've read, most general recommendations are you don't eat anything 3 hours or less before yoga actually goes on, because a lot of people will go out and have a meal and then it won't have digested fully. And if you try and do vinyasa flow yoga or even gentle yoga, what we might call restorative, it could become problematic because your body is trying to condense and just deal with all of that while you're trying to let all the systems relax down.
Especially if you do any kind of inversions.
Yes. You won't flip that mess up. Won't be upside down. Won't be inside and out. Out. It's like, that's next. That's next on the docket. But I think tea is good, or just water. Just make sure you hydrate. Really. We're just gonna do it like this now.
Well, I keep sitting on my ankles. So etiquette's a weird thing too, because we were talking earlier about like what to wear to yoga, and like especially with your yoga, you're really kind of accepting, or well, you want everyone to come in and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And even this morning, like I was saying when I was coming here, like I'm not morbidly obese, but I was like we were saying, I was worried about this shirt. Like if I like do something like this, is my like belly gonna come out?
It might.
And then I said, "Fuck it. This is why I'm coming to meet you.
Yes.
And what your class is all about." So we decided to have belly appreciation.
Sure.
Or just
belly love, belly dancing.
Belly love.
Belly love, tummy love.
So
it's all about the tummy.
And that's the thing, because I've seen people with these cute little, like it's intimidating coming in and seeing all these people in like yoga class
Absolutely.
things.
And I'm intimidated all the time. And I'm not. I mean, like that's the truth. The truth is when you're in this space and you're like next to all of these people who are, some of them are athletes and some of them aren't. It's a continuum of people. But you find that a lot of people are cut. And you got these dudes like in square cut spandex from Lululemon, and their business is all up in your business.
And you want to do belly shots on their
right?
back?
I might, but I might have tried that once. But don't tell my mom; she still thinks I have dignity. I don't know why. But I think it's all about being comfortable in your own skin. The whole point is to be comfortable in your own skin, and not comfortable in your own skin as it is related to someone else. Right. But comfortable in your own skin is, this is me, I showed up, this is my best, and start there. Let's start from there. And if that changes, which it naturally does over time anyways, so be it. But I'm not going to hold you to be something that is different than who you are. That just puts us all in this space of like, I don't know. It's like, it's not just I say I'm accepting. It begins with me walking out my door and thinking, how can I be more at peace with myself? What can I do?
Because that's like judging yourself. You're like worried about this and that.
And then that just spreads the energy outward. And I'm like, and then you get all tight like this, and I'm just like, that's not necessary.
Well, a lot of times I also think that no one in the class even notices you, and you got all this like, you put all this projection around you, and you're like, they're worried about their socks. Or, so
they're like, oh my god, did I pair this outfit right today? What's going on over there? And why is that little guy with those thick legs and like those Lulus? What's going on?
This is kind of basic, but like, I had to go pee once so badly, like I was just holding it, but I didn't want to leave the class because I was so nervous.
You should go to the restroom.
Because I was totally like...
You need to go pee, I
felt like I was on one of those Bosu balls. My bladder was like... So...
Wait a minute, can I see that one more time?
Oh, yeah,
what was it like?
It was like, this is my bladder. It's like... And just imagine like riding it. And I was like... No, put your attention.
Focus your attention. You gotta pee, you gotta pee.
So I pee. Okay. So your class is conducted like a regular yoga class.
Yes.
Are you in front of the class and you sit there and you judge people like fat, ugly, hideous? No.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Out.
Love, love, love.
Okay.
You're in, you're out. It's very much like Project Runway, but different.
I'll see you again. Bye-bye.
But it's like, I don't know, like I think classes often reflect their teachers. In fact, I think classes almost inevitably, the process that we get to is a reflection of how our teacher treats themselves and the people they come into with. And I feel very much that it's my responsibility to create a space of safe. Hold on. Makeup!
So we just finished a little...
He's still alive.
What is a series of poses called? A vinyasa? Or...
A sequence.
A sequence.
A sequence.
And it was nice. Mellow. And it reminded me of why I used to do yoga every day. So, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Tender moment.
I have an intention of supporting you in a way that serves you and trusting that you know what that looks like for you. And for me, like, I know that sounds very philosophical, but it's the way we expect from other people. Like we get what we expect from them. So what's important to me is that I expect you to come in and to know your body and to trust yourself and to know what you feel is good for you. Everything off. This is liberation.
Liberation. But what I was gonna say is, it's neat that you could take this time, like our time this morning, like in the park, there's tennis, there's baseball, there's construction, there's dog shit, there's fags flirting over there, you know? But I actually, after you coached me through it, I forgot about it. And like blocks down the road, there's Occupy SF going on, but like even with that going on, I feel like I just took this time, and that's what your group is.
Yeah. BearYogaSF is all about
what's happening. Like no matter what's happening, you can still find a little bit of time for yourself,
yes. and find your own.
I feel it. I feel like I just smoked a joint, but we didn't. Drugs are bad unless they're prescribed by the doctor.
To each their own.
So if people are interested, how do they find you? How do they?
Well, I have a group on Facebook, and you can just add me as a friend. Like,
what is that group called?
BearYogaSF, and it's all one word. And
BearYogaSF.
BearYogaSF, and if that works for you, great. And
they can send you messages through there?
You can send me messages, you can request to be added to the group if you're in San Francisco or you're traveling here, and you can happen to make a session with us.
Oh, fun. I'm going to be
Fantastic.
there.
I mean,
when is the next one?
11/12 at 10:30 in the morning here is what we have it going on now, the 12th of November.
Oh, cool.
So it's a Saturday morning at about 10:30, and we're just going to come here. It's an hour-long class, and the entire point is peaceful hearts, create peaceful people, create peaceful societies, and produce a peaceful world, in my mind. So if I can do anything in support of that, if I can do anything through this medium called yoga to support happiness or people's peacefulness, I'm all for it. Amongst birds, yeah. I mean, you held your own today. Like you're like, let's be honest. Like you're in Dolores Park. Like if it's a Saturday morning, this is a hustling and bustling place.
Yeah.
But if you can, handle it like you did, you can change the entire situation into something that serves you.
It kind of feels almost like a challenge doing it in an environment outside like this.
Yes, it absolutely
is.
It's
like, because if you're in like a little studio where it's like controlled noise.
Control. I want more control.
This is like, shit, we were juggling ugly ass dogs.
We were throwing balls at people. A typical Friday. But it's... The point is that it's kind of an informal environment. It's an informal place because all of the expectations we put about what yoga's supposed to look like, to me, just separates us from yoga. Let's get out of the way of each other and let's get out of the way of what being with people and just being mellow actually looks like. And don't put all these assumptions, don't put all these expectations on it. Just show up.
It's bear yoga, but everyone's welcome. If you happen to be naturally skinny, you can come too.
Come!
It's bear mentality. Or bear, it's been a funny thing for my site. Some people think I'm a dork for calling it accidental bear, but they don't understand why I started it. Which is a story. So it's you don't have to be a hairy, fat person to come.
No.
Because that's just one shape and size of person that will be there. But there will be hairy, fat people too, chubby chasers.
If you're looking.
If you're looking.
And I'll be there. Hey!
All right.
I want to also say thank you. Thank you for making some time for me and putting me on the docket. I know that Accidental Bear is an incredible place for a diverse group of ideas and people to come together.
Yeah, I just got full body goosebumps.
Yay!
Now you're part of our fitness team.
Woo! Fitness team. Look out. Next year, videos.
Yeah.
New videos.
New videos.